What is going on, you guys? Welcome back to my channel, and if you are new and you've never seen my face before, hi, my name is Ash and this is my channel, Living Ash. It's a new week. Shout out to you for being here and watching today's video. I'm beyond happy to sit down and talk with you guys, and I'm just really excited. I have so many perfumes that I picked out that I want to share with you that are under $100 that I really think are going to be staples in your collection that last really long, that I get multiple compliments on. Of course, when I know something, I'm always going to tell you, so I just could not wait to share these perfumes with you. If you're a returning supporter, my family, you already know what to do. Comment down below, let me know how you're doing, and of course I want to know how you're smelling. What's your scent of the day? My scent of the day is not cheap, okay? This one is expensive, but I wanted this perfume for so long. I always recommend, especially if you're gonna make a purchase that's a little bit pricey, to kind of keep it in your cart for a little while. Read reviews. I like to go through reviews. I want to hear people's opinions, kind of formulate my own before I even get the product. And I want to make sure that I'm really gonna love this product because I'm gonna spend a lot of money on it, and I don't want to impulse buy and spend so much money and have it just sitting there on the shelf catching dust. If you're not on TikTok, then you probably haven't heard of this perfume, because if it weren't for TikTok, I probably wouldn't have known about this. It's called Escapade Gourmande. And before I forget, if you are new and this is your first time seeing me, please let me know down in the comments below. I would love to welcome you in the comments. I'm always looking forward to having new supporters join the family, and don't be shy, let me know, and I'd love to welcome you down below. If you know, you know. I love vanilla fragrances. I love something that's gonna be sweet, gourmand. I'm just a vanilla creamy marshmallow perfume lover. So I've been seeing this around. This is supposed to be the ultimate gourmand fragrance. I always describe gourmand fragrances as yummy. It's just delicious, okay? Makes you almost good enough to eat. So this is from Maison Mataha, and I had to get it. This was almost $300, you guys. And the bottle is 100% beautiful. It's probably the best looking and the most expensive feeling bottle that I have in my collection currently, and I will say the packaging is 10 out of 10. This perfume almost makes me feel like I want to keep it so clean, like you just want to keep cleaning the bottle. It looks and feels like a luxurious fragrance. It honestly looks like it costs more than what it does. Just wait until I tell you the notes of this fragrance. The top note of this perfume is sugarcane. Mid notes are vanilla and tonka bean. Base notes are benzoin and musk. But when I heard that this fragrance smells like creme brulee, I had to have it. Now I will say I didn't completely blind buy this. I got a sample of the fragrance, which was a bit pricey. I think I paid like $10 for a small little vial. I smelled it and I was like, what the heck is the hype? I felt like it was overly sweet. It didn't really have any other elements to me other than just being super sweet. But after taking time with it, like I said, leaving it in my cart, I decided to bite the bullet and get it. I just took more time, read more reviews, watched more videos on the fragrance, and I decided I would get the bottle, and I love it. It's one of those fragrances that when you spray it on you, you want to keep smelling yourself because you smell so sweet, yummy, and delicious. And this is just beautiful. This is my scent of the day. I'm smelling really sweet, smelling like some creme brulee. So let me know what you guys have on today as well. I also have an announcement. I became a Stanley girl. I've been looking at the Stanley cup for so long, and I just have been like, I don't know what it was. Like, I know people are like, I'm not paying $35 for a cup, but I spend $35 on other things. I go eat out, I do whatever. So it wasn't that it was a price for me that was like, I'm not buying it. I really liked it. I do think it's really nice. However, my only concern, which is kind of, it's not really a big concern, is that if I hold it with my right hand, because I'm a righty, you can't tell that it's a Stanley. So you have to kind of hold it with your left if you want somebody to know you're drinking out of a Stanley cup, which is like, such a minor, not even an inconvenience, but just a minor thing that I noticed that I was just like, oh, okay. So I want to ask you, are you drinking your water? Did you have your water today? Did you get your cup? It doesn't have to be a Stanley. Get your cup, your Hydro Peak. They have these in like TJ Maxx, like not the Stanleys, but literally so similar for like $10. $16. Get one of these. I think that's my goal. I'm gonna start my May calendar and goal setting sheet, and it's to fill one of these up every single day and consistently have my water, because we are not drinking enough water throughout the day. We are not prioritizing our water intake, and we need something. If you got to spend the money to get yourself something that you know will keep you consistent in your water journey, then we're just gonna have to invest, because health is wealth. The inspo for this video was a leisure shopping trip to Burlington last night. I like to have at least about an hour a day or two that I go to a store and just walk around. I like to go to TJ Maxx, I like to go to Marshall's, Burlington, Target, Walmart, whatever it is, and just have me time. I try not to be on the phone. I try not to watch any TikTok while I'm watching, you know, like I try not to have any other distractions other than, you know, just focusing on being in the store and shopping around. And whether I'm actually buying or just window shopping, I just like to have that me time. So I was in Burlington, and this is a TJ Maxx bag, but I put everything in this bag, and I picked up a few fragrances that were really affordable, and I said, you know what, why not get on camera and share some of my favorite long-lasting, most complimented fragrances that are under $100 in today's video. So that's what we're doing, and shout out to Burlington for the inspo. So I'm going to show you a little bit of what I got from Burlington, because I thought it was good. I thought Burlington had some hits yesterday. For some reason, when I go to Burlington sometimes, I don't look at the fragrances because I feel like they kind of just have the same old. But no, I was mistaken. I found this set right here. This is a perfume that I smelled on my friend about maybe 3 or 4 years ago. And I noted it in the back of my head because it was just that memorable when I smelled it on her. And she's one of my friends that I feel like she's not even into perfume like I am, right? Like, I'm probably the only person in my life that's into perfume the way I am. But, you know, she just smelled so good, and I had to ask her. I was like, yo, what do you have on? And she's like, I'm wearing a Mercedes-Benz perfume, right? So this is the box. This is like the set. They have an actual perfume, like a bottle. This is literally Mercedes-Benz. I did not know Mercedes-Benz had perfume, and she smelled just so good. I just remember it to this day. And when I saw this, I said, oh my gosh, this is the perfect time to try out this fragrance. And this fragrance is very affordable. You can get it on fragrance.net as well. A lot of the fragrances that I'll be referencing in this video will be from fragrance.net as well, because a lot of them are not in store anymore for some reason. This was $20 for the whole set, and I'm showing you an empty box because I had taken it out because I wanted to smell it yesterday. As soon as I got home, I was like, I have to smell this. So this comes with 3 different travel size of the Mercedes-Benz woman perfume. I believe they also have one for men as well. So these are all the exact same scent, I believe, and they just gave me 3 of them. This is a rollerball perfume. You can open it like this. I thought it was gonna be a spray, but I didn't know because it was wrapped up in the store. This right here, let me put it on this hand because I already sprayed. This smells so beautiful. I've never heard anyone else talk about this. I really have not. And I probably would never have thought to purchase this because I never even knew this was a thing. The Mercedes-Benz is also available at Macy's. Oh my gosh. And listen, I want you to hear me when I say this. You do not have to buy an expensive perfume to have a long-lasting fragrance. These fragrances here probably last longer than my $300, $400, $500 fragrances that I have. So that's why it's important that I make this video, because you do not have to spend an arm and a leg to make sure that you are the best smelling person in the room. And I keep smelling myself. I'm looking up the notes. Why is the first note of this vanilla? And I didn't even know because I'm a vanilla girl. This is not your straight on vanilla, but of course there's that vanilla note that maybe just drew me to this fragrance because I immediately loved it. It has vanilla, white florals. It also comes off as fruity. To me, it gives you just a little bit of everything. You get aquatic, green, woody notes, sandalwood. It's good, and I don't feel this is talked about enough. So again, this is the Mercedes-Benz Woman perfume. I got this set in Burlington. These are all recently purchased fragrances that I opened last night. I got the Coach New York Legacy. What I like to do when I go to the store is that I go through the fragrances and I kind of try to find some that I don't normally see. Maybe they're a discontinued fragrance, and that's usually what you can find or expect to see in TJ Maxx, Marshalls, Burlington, Ross, things like that. And I saw this Coach New York Legacy. Coach is making a comeback with their bags. I haven't gotten my hands on the Coach tabby bag. If you watched a few videos back, I talked about the quilted tabby bag. I haven't even gotten it yet. I've just been back and forth on it. I'm like, whatever. You know what? I said I don't have a Coach fragrance in my collection, and I wanted to get something that was gonna be nice, right? I do think that Coach maybe is slept on, and I found this one. It's called the Coach New York Legacy EDP, and I had no idea what it smelled like. This was a blind buy. That's kind of what you get when you go to shop at these stores. There is no testers. There is no way to know what it's gonna smell like other than going and looking up the fragrance notes. So unboxing this right here. I thought it would be a little bigger, but I should have known because it's a 1 fluid ounce. And this is the bottle. I think the bottle is very pretty. It's chic, classy. I think it's very elegant and perfect to add into my collection. And one thing I'm gonna tell you about this Coach Legacy, it is discontinued, but I saw it online, and if I find a link I will again share it with you. But if you go to Burlington, Marshalls, TJ Maxx, you're gonna want to go on a hunt for this one because it is strong. This projects like nobody's business. I sprayed this on my mom, and funny thing, she walked away from where she was sitting because I sprayed it on her arm right then and there, and I still smelled it from when she got up in that same area. It's so strong. So I sprayed this in the cap, and this smells amazing. I will not wear this fragrance every single day because it is so heavy. This is a heavy hitter, and that's why I wanted it, because again, I like to go out, I like to get compliments, and if I'm gonna wear perfume, I want to wear that perfume. I want it to project. I want the sillage to be a 10 out of 10. Okay, so apparently this perfume was launched in 2008, and it has an amber floral note. Whew, this is so gorgeous. When I smell this perfume, it reminds me of like when I was younger and going to Macy's with my mom and walking through the fragrance aisles, and you know, the associates would just be handing out like free samples of the newer fragrances. This is what those memories are feeling like right now when I smell this. It's powdery, it's sweet, it has white florals, it has amber, vanilla, and even has a little bit of citrus. This is a very ladylike feminine perfume, just like the Mercedes-Benz, and I only paid $30 for this bottle. Last one that I got from Burlington yesterday, I was very surprised that they had Valentino. This is the Voce Viva Intensa. I love Valentino. Valentino is one of my favorite fragrances. Any Valentino fragrance is one of my favorites. I've never gone out wearing Valentino and someone hasn't said anything. Like, I always get stopped and asked what I'm wearing. Go ahead and check this out. This was $20 in Burlington. Now, I feel like the price could have been a little cheaper, being that I believe in store at Sephora this is around $30. Again, Valentino always, it doesn't matter which one I have, if it's the Born Aroma, the Coral Fantasy, or the Born Aroma Intense, I always get stopped with that one. Oh my gosh. I'm only showing you this one because the bigger bottle retails for like $147, but with this, I mean, I don't need a big bottle. I'm really just going to keep this one in my collection because I really don't need much. Like, if I want to go out, touch up my fragrance, or keep this in my bag, whatever it is, sometimes I forget to put on perfume if I'm running out. This will always be on me because I know this is just gonna keep me smelling so good all day. It's also a citrusy fragrance with vanilla as well. It has orange blossom, moss, and jasmine. always a good time when Valentino is involved, so I had to show y'all this one. When we're talking affordable, I'm talking about Amazon perfumes too. And this, if you have been living under a rock, you probably don't know, but if you haven't, you know about this, and it's called Yara from Lattafa. I've been seeing this everywhere, and I've had it for maybe like maybe a couple months now. I think almost a year I've had this fragrance, and I was very impressed. Now, I was hearing a lot of different comparisons on what this perfume smelled like, but the first thing I noted when it came to this perfume, it was a gourmand, vanilla, musky, tropical fragrance, and it compared to a lot of expensive perfumes. And I don't even need to spray this. It's so strong. I could smell it right here. When I got this, I said to myself, okay, TikTok actually hyped up something that's really good. I'm gonna tell you my personal opinion on this though. I do not wear this all the time. And when I do wear it, I do not spray a lot because it does last and linger on the clothes. Lattafa perfumes are really good, and they project, and they, oh my gosh, they linger for so long. My cousin, my little cousin, he was wearing a Lattafa perfume. It wasn't this one, but it was one in like a glass bottle. It was very nice, and I was smelling it. I'm like, you smell like something. It smelled very similar to this, but it was a different bottle. These Lattafa fragrances are nothing to play with, and for the price, I mean, you just can't go wrong with it. I feel like you just won't make a mistake with this at all. If you're looking for a long-lasting, affordable fragrance, look at the brand Lattafa. Now, you know me, I love a fragrance for a good deal. I will forever be a TJ Maxx, Marshalls, Ross. I mean, you know what? I don't even like Ross that much, but like Ross sometimes, and they have in the past, had some really good perfumes for a good price. Like my first Montal fragrance, I was trying to look for it. I got it from Ross. Probably like for less than $50. So it really is just a hit or miss, and that's just the fun of it. Going to these stores, you're not always gonna find something. I mean, you probably will, but like I don't always find something. Sometimes I leave and I'm like, nothing good today. But next week, you might be surprised, okay? So the goal here is never to give up, because one day there's gonna be a hit. Okay, and that's okay. Sometimes we got a low, but if we keep going, there's going to be something that will be a hit, and we will leave satisfied. The reason I love TJ Maxx and Marshalls is because I've gotten some of the fragrances that I've contemplated buying, because you know they're expensive, from like Sephora or Macy's, for so cheap. I got the Jimmy Choo I Want Choo, and this was something I wanted for a really long time, but I just didn't want to spend the money on it, and I got this in TJ Maxx for, I believe, $65, or if it was 70 maybe, but this is a full 3.4 fluid ounce bottle of Jimmy Choo I Want Choo. I wore this to my fiance's ceremony for his army graduation, and it was so strong. It lasted on my clothing. Immediately he smelled me. He was like, baby, you smell so good. What do you have on? And this, I remember it for that because it was such a special day and occasion, and I kind of only wear it for special things now. So if you are looking for a beautiful perfume that's really gonna linger, that you don't have to spray a million times to make sure that it's gonna last you all day, I would go for Jimmy Choo I Want Choo. This fragrance is what you would call a soft, spicy, jasmine, floral with, of course, vanilla. Vanilla is in everything almost. Like, it's that good. It also has notes of mandarin. It kind of gives you that sweet citrus at the same time. It has peach too. This is a Jimmy Choo Forever. I got this for, look at the price. Like, I'm not steering you guys wrong. This is 60 bucks, and you can't beat that. The retail price for this fragrance right here is $106, and I didn't want to pay that, and I'm so glad that I waited because I was able to get it. And I don't need a full-size bottle. I always say this. I will forever say this. When you have a collection of this size, and of course when you know you're frequently purchasing new scents, I don't need full-size bottles. I will never finish them. So now I have the Jimmy Choo I Want Choo, and I have the Jimmy Choo Forever. You can see the size difference. It's not too far off in my opinion, and this is for that deep, sexy nighttime vibe. This one is different from the original I Want Choo. The top notes are bitter almond and rose. Oh my gosh, the almond note in this perfume is wonderful, and I don't normally like almond or cherry perfumes. Oh my gosh, this is so beautiful. If anything, I could probably wear this one as more of an everyday perfume rather than the regular Jimmy Choo I Want Choo. That's crazy. Oh, the almond note in this is definitely very prominent. This also has a cherry note, you guys. And I don't like cherry fragrances, and this is the only one that I can actually do. Oh my goodness. This is one of my favorite everyday perfumes. I don't always like to smell super strong. Like sometimes I'm just running out or I'm going to the gym. I do want to make a hypoallergenic video. If you have any products that you use that are good for sensitive skin, or any fragrances that are super light, that aren't irritating, that you know just don't bother you too much, let me know in the comments, because I do want to make that video very soon. Also, I have seen a comment that somebody left that they wanted to see like a gym scent video, and I would love to do that. And this would probably be one of the fragrances that I would bring to the gym. This is Melrose Place, the EDP from Ouai. I do like Ouai fragrances and Ouai products, but the perfumes are always going to be what I love the most, because when it comes to my hair, I usually get it done professionally and like washed professionally and stuff like that, so I don't really buy a lot of the hair products. The Melrose Place is so gorgeous. It has fruity elements to it like lychee and red berries, which gives it a really nice fruity note, which really adds to the fruitiness. It makes it really juicy to me. It has white musk, cedar, and one of my favorites, sandalwood. And the florals, oh my gosh, beautiful florals in this fragrance. Rose, peony, jasmine, freesia, and bergamot. Is super girly, it's upbeat, it's light, it's just a fun, happy fragrance, and it's like $52 in Ulta Beauty, and I would totally put this on my affordable all-day perfumes list. Let's talk about some body sprays. Now these two body sprays are new and they have been super viral. Everyone's been talking about them, and for good reason. This is Covered in Roses. I do not know, and you can correct me in the comments if this is sold out, but I went to the store and I couldn't find it. This shirt is crazy. I love my top, by the way. It's from Marshall's, but it keeps going up because I'm just talking so much with you guys. But Covered in Roses is beautifully done. Bath and Body Works truly outdid themselves with this. This is what you would call a dupe, an inspired fragrance, and this is inspired by Delina from Parfums de Marly. This is Delina. This little bottle right here cost me almost $300, and I got this fine fragrance mist on sale at Bath and Body Works for $4.95. This is a great deal, and I was so happy. I love the feeling that I get when I smell Covered in Roses. This is a floral, elegant, feminine, fine fragrance mist. It's so cute on my top. If you have not heard of Covered in Roses, and if you do have this one right here, and if you want this one, I would get it now because it is that good. And for some reason, this was the most popular out of the entire inspired fragrance collection at Bath and Body Works, and like I said, for good reason. It really is amazing, and it was super affordable. And you guys, Delina is always gonna last long. Do not sleep on Bath and Body Works fragrance mists. They do last. You know what, I need to make an updated fine fragrance mist video dedicated to the ones that last long, because Covered in Roses is really good. Now this right here is called the Brightest Bloom, and she is so pretty. I feel this is compared to Marc Jacobs Daisy. I also really get Chanel Chance Utendra. I love that one. It is so good. This fragrance mist is gorgeously crafted. Now they always say don't spray it in the cap because it's not the best way to smell a fragrance, but I do this because I don't have a lot of fragrance testers, you guys. I need to get more. I'm gonna try to see if I can order some of these in bulk, because when I'm doing these videos, it's so much easier for me to spray it on this and smell it for you guys. This has notes and I love it. It's right on the back. It's Lily of the Valley, Jasmine Sambac, Garden Carnations, and Fresh Cedarwood. This fragrance mist, if you do not have it yet, I would totally recommend this. And again, I got it on sale for less than $10. I want to quickly mention how affordable Zara fragrances are and how long these fragrances actually can last for the price. These are my two if I'm looking for something that's going to be strong. Now these aren't fragrances that are for everybody, again, so these are my two like if I'm feeling different. Okay, now vibrant leather for her and leather Jardin. I don't know where I got this liking for leather based fragrances, but I feel like they just add a different element to your scent when you're stepping out. I think it's giving me when I am feeling important, when I'm at an important event, or I'm around important people, and I don't want to smell like your everyday, you know, the ones that are just on display at Sephora. I'm thinking maybe this is giving off more sophisticated. I'll go for my Zara perfumes. So these are, again, this is a Zara exclusive. This is the leather Jardin one. The bottle is very nice. You would actually think that this wasn't even from Zara when you're first looking at it. Now I don't need a lot. You can tell it looks like I haven't used a lot, but I do not spray a lot of this fragrance. I will do 1, 2, 3, 4. That's it. And I'm off rip, I'm smelling this. And I can almost get sick of this fragrance because it's so strong. Zara definitely did their thing. This is very strong, and for the price, very good. Leather Jardin, note that one. And vibrant leather for her. Now this one kind of tones it down a little bit, whereas this one is definitely unisex. Anyone can wear this one, but I definitely think vibrant leather for her is that feminine sister of leather Jardin, because she's definitely rocking on her own time. Definitely getting the tester out for this one. If you do not like leather fragrances, and I mean leather is what you would call this one, it's just like straight up leather, you would totally go for this one right here. This is a gorgeous fragrance, and I feel like I forget about this one so much. I hate that for me because it is gorgeous. Let's talk about an underrated gem from Versace. This is the Versace Yellow Diamond. I would say 9 times out of 10, I see this fragrance in TJ Maxx or Marshalls. I walked past it. I think when I see something a little too often, I think, ugh, boring. But one day I decided, you know what, I'm gonna buy it and try it. Why not? And I've used a lot of this so far. I was actually surprised I used so much of this because it's really always hidden in like the back of my collection. But I put this on and immediately I walked past my mom and she was like, what are you wearing? And I was like, oh, it's just this Versace Yellow Diamond. It was projecting so well. The sillage on this is definitely, to me, it's moderate, but I do get a lot of people who smell this when I wear it. This has plenty of mixed reviews, people who love it or people who honestly hate it, but I think this is an underrated gem from Versace. It's a very citrusy fragrance. To me, it's very light and airy, fruity, citrusy, beautiful fragrance, and it's perfect for summer and spring. And you see I have a small little bottle and it's lasted me so long. This is the 1 fluid ounce, and I would definitely note this for a long-lasting affordable fragrance for sure. Now please do not be mad at me. I tell you this in love and for good reason, and if you can find this ever, I promise it's a good one. I went to Bible study a couple nights ago, sat down, and in the middle of this study, one of my sisters in Christ leaned over to me and was like, what are you wearing? And I was like, because you guys, I always have to go and think about it a little bit because I do at times just grab and go. But I know when I put this on, it's gonna be a time. There will be compliments and comments to be made, and this is the Air di Giogia from Giorgio Armani. One thing, first things first, Giorgio Armani fragrances always last, always. But this one I picked up maybe a couple years ago just to pick it up. I found it again in Marshalls, TJ Maxx, and I have been wearing this ever since. It is one of those fragrances that, again, this one's really strong. I also want to mention, just because you don't get compliments doesn't mean that your fragrance isn't hitting, because sometimes people just don't want to say anything. They just don't. And if you guys hear noises going on in the background, there's construction going on in the house and outside the house, and please bear with me. And also my nails. I have an appointment at 4:30 to get my nails fixed, and I think I'm going shorter this time. It's like my pointer and my thumb, but I said, you know what, nails aren't gonna stop me from filming this video. I always like to come on camera and look presentable for you guys, but I couldn't do anything about the nails and I didn't want to take too long to film this, so bear with me. I feel like when you guys think of Living Ash, you're probably always gonna think of like vanilla or gourmand, and I feel like you wouldn't guess that I would like a fragrance like this, because the main notes in this scent are like woody and like fresh spicy. But this is totally up my alley. I feel like I maybe just don't talk about these type of scents enough, but this is so gorgeous. Oh. And again, this is one of those, you know, spray 2 times on the neck, behind the head, you know, elbows, really in those pulse points, because once this heats up, oh, just take me out to get a good cocktail and I'm happy. This one is such a, oh my god, it's a gem, and I don't know why they discontinued this fragrance. The last fragrance I want to share with you, and trust me, I have plenty more, but this video is going to be way too long, so I will make a second video if you guys love this one. This is Marc Jacobs Daisy Love Oh So Sweet. I got this in a full-size bottle for my mom for her birthday many years ago. I believe in like 2019, and I got myself this smaller one because again, I wasn't gonna buy another full-size bottle, and I felt like this just was a must-have for me because I found myself grabbing her bottle and spraying it on myself all the time. This is one of the sweetest perfumes I have. It's so sweet that it comes off as a gourmand fragrance for some reason, and it's so unique. I don't have anything else that compares. It's a sweet floral, it's edible, it's yummy. It's also powdery, but not too powdery where it's like overtaking the fragrance, but it's soft. One of the notes that really got me was that jasmine milk note. I think fragrances that have like a condensed milky note to it, oh, it gets me every single time. It has sugar. It's very sweet comparing to like that Escapade Gourmande. This would definitely be in that very sweet, sugary family. So if you do not have this one, go smell it. If you love super sweet fragrances, again, a staple. And I don't wear a lot of this because it's so long lasting and it's strong. You do not need to overspray. A lot of these fragrances, you will see that I mentioned you do not need to overspray them, and a lot of times you won't smell the fragrance on you after a while, but other people still do. So definitely keep that in mind. This again is under $100. Smelling good on a budget, I understand, I get it. I do not like spending a lot of money on perfumes, but of course if something's worth it, I will swipe the card. But I always want to sit down and think about big purchases first, and I do find it fun to get something for a steal. I love it. I love it. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and if you haven't yet, make sure you give the video a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments down below if you enjoyed this video. Do you have any of the fragrances that I mentioned? Which ones you plan on buying? If you have any amazing smelling, long lasting, projecting fragrances that you know that are under $100, help us out. Let us know in the comments. I really had so much fun filming this video. I know you guys, I saw a lot of comments about you guys wanting to know some more stuff about me and my fiance and things like that, and how we met. I would love to do a video like that. I am moving soon, so there's going to be a lot of different things that I'll be talking about on the channel, so stay tuned for that. Lots of updates. Follow me on TikTok at livingash20 and Instagram at ash220_ so you can stay up to date with all my content on those different platforms. I love you guys. Leave either a flower emoji or like a white heart. I love the white heart for some reason, just so that I know you made it all the way to the end. I love you guys so much. Thank you for watching, and I hope this was helpful to you guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye guys.